Alright folks, I'd like to touch on the subject of the tactical double barrel. This particular example, this is an article out of a magazine, the Maverick HS12, and I'll do my best here to kind of show you what it looks like. And you can see this is a over-under, and they also have side-by-side tactical out there made by Stoeger. It's called the Stoeger Double Defense. If you type in Stoeger Double Defense on the YouTube search, you'll find a couple videos showing it in action. And I'd like to go ahead and just throw the question out there. What do you guys feel as far as the usefulness of a so-called tactical double barrel? Now, the reason that's called tactical as well, it has a rail underneath the barrels for light, and then you have a rail on top for an optic if you so choose. Now these shotguns, there's two examples that I know of. This is one of them, the Maverick HS12. This is the over-under version, and the Stoeger Double Defense. Stoeger Double Defense is right around $400 or less, and this is right around the same price, 400 to 450 bucks. So with that said, you can get, first off, my opinion is, these aren't a need at all for tactical situations, because for cheaper you can get a nice pump action. You can get a Remington M870, an H&R Partner, any of those types of shotguns. You can get a Maverick 88 for cheaper. Mossbergs, you can get Mossbergs. Pretty much any well-known pump action shotgun you can get for cheaper than 400 bucks. So it's definitely not something that is cheaper, and it's a little bit less tactical than a pump action shotgun, just by virtue of you can only fire 2 rounds, and then you basically, in a nutshell, you got to take the gun apart and put it back together again. What I mean by taking it apart, you got to break it open, eject the spent shells, load 2 more, and then you're ready to rock and roll again. So as far as tactical goes, I don't think it's the most tactical on the market, but what I think it appeals to is there's a side of if somebody's really comfortable with this type of firearm. For example, there's a lot of people out there that have side-by-sides or over and unders. They do a lot of trap and skeet shooting. That might be their primary type of firearm they shoot. So it might be nice to have a shorter version that they can use for home defense. One thing that I tend to believe in is use the firearm that you're very comfortable with for home defense. There's nothing wrong with using a single action revolver for home defense if that's what you're really good at. If you happen to be like a cowboy action shooter or something and you're really good with a single action revolver, well, use it for home defense. That's all that matters, is you're proficient enough with the firearm to be able to use it under stress, consistently. So I think for people that like these type of shotguns, I think it's a neat idea. It's definitely not a need in my opinion, but it's definitely a cool one. For me personally, if you look at my YouTube page, you'll notice I just made a video. I just have a new acquisition. It's a Remington double barrel. It's a coach gun. It's the standard coach gun. It doesn't have any of the fancy rails and all that stuff. But I like them too. I now own one, and unfortunately I can't shoot it until I get back home. It's going to be a few more months before I can shoot it, but rest assured, once I get back home, you'll be seeing some videos of it in action at the range. It's one of those, not a need but a want is how I view these type of shotguns. And, on the flip side, you do have 2 rounds readily available, ready to rock and roll. So that's a good plus of these. Good plus is you have 2 rounds right off the bat. They're very intimidating looking. And I'll flip to the main page here. Here's the guy holding it. Very intimidating looking firearm. But the downside, of course, it's a slow reload. You get those 2 rounds, you're out. You need to reload before you can get back into the fight. So what do you guys think on this? I mean, there's 2 models out there, and I expect that there will be more, possibly, depending on how much it takes off. But what do you guys think on this? I'd like to hear opinion, just to kind of see what people think on the advent of the so-called tactical double barrel. Thanks for watching, and by the way, everybody have a good Thanksgiving, and stay safe and sane out there during the Black Friday shopping craze. People start to get weird out there for some reason, so stay safe. Keep your wits about you if you're trying to get out there and get in on the good deals. Thanks for watching.